Women that want to be covered in sport are typically placed on a higher profile and often run into hostility, discrimination, and harassment in the process. The three main dimensions of female athletes' relationship to the media include issues and representation of female athletes in women's sports in the media, female athletes' interpretations of media text, and openings towards more equitable coverage of women's sports. Media scholars have concluded that female athletes are still downgraded across all media outlets, including newspapers, televisions, and the radio. If female athletes get media attention, they are often portrayed in stereotypical ways that weaken their athletic accomplishments and show them as less athletic and significant than their male counterparts. Cameras often focus on female athletes' body parts such as their buttocks, breasts, or thighs and position them as eye candy for the viewers. The assumption that a female athlete's sex appeal sells is based on the sexualization of women in the media for the purpose of increasing ratings by appealing to the male viewer. The mass media outside of sport also continues to reproduce discriminatory stereotypes about women in a sexist way. Women are typically portrayed in a narrow range of characteristics in the mass media. In advertising and magazines, this includes women being portrayed as young, slim, and with beauty that meets acceptable standards. When a TV screen, commercial, or magazine only depicts slender legs and prominent breasts or thighs, it is difficult to perceive that body holistically and possessing personality. This can lead to women in society feeling increasingly pressured to emulate the woman they see in the media. Many women that participate in professional sport feel like they experience a barrier or a glass ceiling when it comes to receiving equal pay. The term glass ceiling refers to an invisible but seamlessly unbreakable barrier that prevents women from breaking through the top echelons of the industry. The income gap between male and female professional athletes is alarming. Women earn an average of only 77% of what their male counterparts make. This tremendous gap can be seen in the world of elite sports such as basketball, golf, and soccer, where female athletes can earn a fraction of what men earn in the same profession. In basketball, the average NBA salary was around $4,500,000 during the 2014-2015 NBA season. The average WNBA salary during that same year was around $72,000, with the maximum salary being $107,000. In golf, the average PGA salary was around $973,000 in 2014 compared to an average salary of $162,000 in the LPGA. In soccer, the average MLS salary was $207,831 in 2014, whereas the National Women's Soccer League had a maximum of $30,000 in salary. Some National Women's Soccer League players make as little as $6,000 per season. Women within the professional sports segment of the sporting industry face forms of exploitation based on how the media portrays them. Professional female athletes feel like the media only interprets them as sex objects for male viewers, which leads to them having a persona of being less athletic than their male counterparts. Female professional athletes feel the need to adhere their bodies to the way the media portrays them in order to be successful and recognizable. Women in professional sport are merely seen as objects that are used to sell magazines and other media outlets about sports. It's precisely why women feel like they are stuck in terms of minimizing the wage gap in professional sports. The disparity in salaries at the professional sport level can be seen as a microcosm for what women experience in the professional setting and society as a whole. The United States passed the Equal Pay Act 54 years ago. However, women in the U.S. are still faced with a substantial wage gap across the entire spectrum. In today's society, women earn an average of 79 cents for every dollar a man earns, and women's median annual earnings are $10,800 less than men's. While there has been minimal progress made towards equal pay between the sectors, the Institute for Women's Policy Research estimates that it will not be reached until the year 2059. Data that was taken from the U.S. Census Bureau in 2015 shows that the average gender pay gap in the United States was around 21%, which means that women earn 21% less than their male counterpart. Among Fortune 500 and S&P 500 companies, women only represent less than 4 to 5% of CEOs and hold less than 25% of executive and senior level positions and less than 21% of board seats. It has been found that both conscious and unconscious biases and gender stereotypes play a substantial role in impeding women's access to senior and executive level positions. Women also face the dilemma of being perceived as not being feminine enough or too tough in the workplace environment. This type of perception can be directly attributed to how women are perceived as a whole in the mass media. In male-dominated workplace environments, women are expected to adhere to certain standards, and women who go against these standards are often shamed and don't get a chance to advance their professional careers. The modern-day rap and hip-hop industry is male-dominated, with their marketing strategy being focused on male audiences. Male rappers tend to play on their masculinity and their ability to get women. The majority of these rappers tend to provide lyrics that are degrading and involve instructing women to perform sexual acts, which objectifies women as a whole. This is causing males in our society to think that women only operate for sex. The objectification of women in hypersexualized lyrics is nothing new in the rap industry and can be found in almost every new rap song that is recorded. Misogynistic lyrics from rappers provide fuel for a culture that is dominated by masculinity while disrespecting and shaming femininity. The sexually dominated culture is clearly portrayed amongst a variety of sport and regulatory media outlets.